Welcome to Alma's vocabulary lesson number 3. Before we begin, this is a warning that just by watching this video, you might not be able to completely understand these words. However, that does not mean this video will have no benefit to you at all. Another study option could be my Quizlet sets, which I will put a link to in the description below. I will also put a link to a slideshow that contains all of the recorded lessons so far. However, you may miss out on some benefits the video provides. Still though, it's okay. We learn in different ways. So, to begin off, we will talk about the fun activity, the answer to where is the mistake, where $1 can equal 1 cent from last class. So, the mistake is that cents times cents does not equal cents squared. So 10 times 10 equals 100, but 10 cents times 10 cents does not equal 100 cents. Cents times cents equals cents squared, which cannot be converted back into dollars and then to cents, which you get the gist of it. So in this lesson, now that we have finished talking about our fun activity from the previous class, we will learn 9 words. So, our first one to our 9th one will be like this. So, acute, Adamant, address, adherent, admonish, adroit, adulation, dexterous, gauche. Our first one is acute, which is an adjective meaning sharp, shrewd. However, you must know that you cannot say a knife is acute. You could say you have an acute mind, which would mean you have an intelligent and sharp mind. But given this information, you can find that acute is used in a figurative sense, not a literal sense. Our next word is adamant, which is an adjective meaning stubborn, unyielding, completely inflexible. Candace was adamant. She would never go out with Paul again. And then comes address. So address is a verb meaning to speak to direct one's attention to. However, you may have also heard address, which is more as in one's home, how to direct to one's home, which is demonstrated by the second picture. But in the book I'm using, they only have one of the definitions. So Erne addressed the problem of addressing the convention by sitting down and writing his speech. Our next word, adherent, is a noun meaning follower, supporter, believer. The king's adherents threw a big birthday party for him, just to show how much they liked him. Next is admonish, which is a verb meaning to scold gently, to warn. The boy's father admonished them not to eat the pie he had just baked. When they did so anyway, he admonished them. And then there's adroit, which is an adjective meaning skillful, dexterous, clever, shrewd, socially at ease. Julia was an adroit salesperson. His highly skilled pitch, backed up by extensive product knowledge, nearly always resulted in a sale. And if you can't see it in the definition, or rather you could also call it a synonym list of adroit, there's dexterous, which is a word that will come up soon. So adulation is next. Adulation is a noun meaning wild or excessive admiration, flattery. The boss thrived on the adulation of his scheming secretary. Next, as promised, there's dexterous, which is an adjective meaning skillful. It aligns with adroit. So you can replace adroit with dexterous in a sense. Julia was an A dexterous salesperson. His highly skilled pitch, backed up by extensive product knowledge, nearly always resulted in a sale. Just like that, there's no problem with doing that. Next, and last but not least, is gauche. It's not gauche like oh gosh, it's gauche. It's basically pronounced the same though. It is an adjective meaning socially awkward. It's an antonym of adroit, which also has the meaning of socially at ease. My brilliant accountant adroitly whipped my taxes into shape, then made a gauche remark about my ignorance of financial matters. Now that we've gone over the 9 words, we will have a short quiz. So, which 2 words are synonyms? I will give you 5 seconds max to find the answer. And our answer is skillful and adroit. Adroit means skillful, but so skillful can also replace adroit in a sentence. What word means socially awkward? Our answer is gauche. Gauche means socially awkward. It is an antonym of adroit and dexterous. And actually, no, you wouldn't say adroit is like adroit. It means skillful, dexterous, clever, shrewd, socially at ease, but you wouldn't say gauche. So in a way, dexterous is a synonym of adroit. Gauche is an antonym of adroit, but you wouldn't connect dexterous and gauche together. Thankfully, I caught the mistake. So, which word is a noun? Our answer is adherent. Adherent means follower, believer, something similar to those. Lillian talks to Lily. Who is being addressed? Lillian or Lily? Lily is being addressed by Lillian. Which word is an antonym of acute? Dumb. Dumb may sound a bit harsh, but it is an antonym of acute, which means sharp, shrewd. Which word would fit this picture? Dexterous. Dexterous would fit this picture as the man is not only riding a unicycle, smiling and yelling, but also showing how a derv can go out of a hat. Mura told Ollie, "You're the worst, a bastard." Does this fit the meaning of adulation? No. Adulation means wide or excessive admiration, flattery. This would be similar to an antonym of how adulation could be used. So, our next question is, what part of speech is admonish? It is a verb, as in the sentence used, the boy's father admonished them, which is to scold gently, to warn. The Adamant seller made it hard for Nolly to not go into debt. Does this sentence use Adamant correctly? Yes, because it uses Adamant as an adjective, and then it also shows how stubborn the seller is, that the seller wouldn't let Noe go without buying anything. So, now that we finished that, congratulations, you reached the end of this quiz and lesson. Remember to review and practice the uses of these vocabulary words. So, as done before, each lesson will have a fun activity at the end, and this time it's a riddle. Where is the fourth door? So, maybe there's a student, a girl. She was kidnapped by someone. And then she was met with 3 rooms. And then, from nowhere in particular, the kidnapper or someone told her that in order for her to survive, she has to go through the 4th door. However, there are only 3 doors. Which door should she go through? And there we go. Credits to Word Smart 5th edition by Adam Robinson and the staff of the Princeton Review.